I can kind of hear my mum downstairs trying to get the cat to stop fighting another cat in the street.
Oh, do you need to go help
Come
out
in.
with that? Or?
Stop it! Stop being. You're better than this, is what I heard.
You're better than this.
I just love how, like, while you're trying to do this, there's some proper conflict mediation going down in your street.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Oh, God.
Hello, welcome back to the Shipping Forecast. I'm James. Joining me, again, 3 of us. We've got Nick.
Hey!
And we've got Grace.
Hello.
And this will be going out after the Chaos episode, so we can safely say that yes, now there are 3 of us, and I hope we don't record with just 2 of us again for a while. So
yeah.
What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say?
I don't know. To be honest,
was I not up to standard or something? What?
You were up to standard. If anything, it was me that wasn't up to standard because I couldn't keep control over the chaos.
It's
So you're saying that you were the person in control and I was the chaos?
No, I'm saying we were both the chaos. And normally I'm the responsible adult in the room.
yeah, okay.
In that episode, it was not the case.
It's
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I will say, dear listener, James and Grace have not shown me the episode where I had to miss a recording session. They refused to. So I guess I'm going to be as surprised as you when I hear it go up there.
I mean, I can send you it if you want, but
no, I think that would spoil the surprise.
Yeah, let's wait and see.
Yeah, I've got this far, so.
So, how are you guys?
Yeah, fine. Again, still recording from my bed because my back still hurts, but there we go.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
I bought an advent calendar.
Hey!
Yesterday. And I don't normally have an advent calendar.
Why do you not normally have an advent calendar?
There was this bastard we went to school with, and I'm not going to name any names.
Oh,
but
God.
You know who you are. You know who you are, Kendall. Anyway. When I was about 8, he ate every chocolate in my advent calendar.
Why?
What were you doing with an advent calendar at school?
No, he was round at my house.
What were you doing with Kendall round at your fucking house?
We were quite close friends at the time.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Anyway,
not anymore, I take it.
No, not anymore. Anyway, he had no self-control. He ate all of the... It was like the 2nd of December or something.
Oh, wow, he got through, like...
So I had, there were days to go, and he devoured all of them.
Oh, what a cunt.
And I cried like a little bitch, because I was 8 years old, and I was excited for chocolate, and he had no self-control. So my mum, bless her, took the advent calendar and melted, cooking chocolate into each of the days, and had to seal it up again.
Oh,
that's
so I
nice.
Something to open on Christmas.
That's a lot of effort, considering you could have just bought another one.
Bought another one.
Yeah, no, she was
the fact
tight.
He heated up chocolate and poured them into the plastic is really sweet.
I think maybe it was like a special advent calendar that I was excited for.
Oh.
I don't know what brand it was.
Oh, was it a Thomas
Maybe
one?
I'd have been miffed if I got... It was probably Thomas the Tank Engine, yeah.
Yes.
But, yeah, since then I've never had an advent calendar until this year. 20 years later.
What? Seriously?
I think so.
I
can't remember having one since.
I mean, it's not as if they're difficult to get hold of nowadays, really, is it?
Yeah,
You
but
go to the shop in
shove them
about
down their throat in fucking Halloween.
Yeah,
think
that's
my
it. I
memory
mean,
was
you
just
can
soured.
you can go to sort of any British supermarket in, I don't know, fucking August, and you're tripping over the damn things now.
Yeah.
That's very true. I was going to go see a James Bond film this year.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was going to be earlier this year. But
Yeah,
then they
we were going to
postponed
see
it to the
James
end of
Bond.
this year.
We were going to see Black Widow. We were going to
Yeah.
go see Tenet as well. And
Yeah.
we didn't. Needless to say,
Could have
Oh,
seen Sonic the
Dune.
Hedgehog, but
we didn't see Sonic the
we're
Hedgehog.
picky at the time.
Yeah.
Sonic the Hedgehog, I think
Not
now.
feeling so picky now.
I think Sonic's one of the highest grossing films of the year now.
Yeah, it had no fucking competition, that's why.
Yeah, and if you told us that... Do you remember the first Sonic trailer? When everyone was like, oh no, this looks awful. Why has he got human hands and teeth?
It did look
Oh,
awful,
yeah.
though. It did look odd.
It did look awful, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. But imagine if you told someone at that point, this is going to be at least in the top 3 highest grossing films of the year.
I'd have punched them and sent them to
Yeah.
a monastery.
Yeah, and turned out they were wrong. They would have been
Oh.
right.
Yeah, it's we've just got to hope that it's knocked off the top spot by Ashens and the Polybius heist.
Oh no.
I mean, I was looking forward to Dune this year as well.
To-
Because,
To Dune, is that like the Scottish version of Dune?
I don't know, I can only pronounce it Dune for some reason. I don't know. Dune. Is that better? Dune.
I thought you were saying Doom. I was like, I'm pretty sure they've already done that. That's a game, isn't it?
D-U-N-E.
Oh, as in sand dunes and salty air.
As in
Okay.
sand dunes. Yes.
Okay.
He who controls the space controls the galaxy.
I don't know why I can only
Beware
say it
of a
like that.
dune.
I was looking forward to that.
That would have
We're
been
not
good.
going to get to see it this year. So I thought it would be a good idea to find...
Wait, we're gonna have a massive backlog of films to watch next year, including a live-action Tom and Jerry.
Yeah, we're going to have
I
options to
say
see
look forward
at the
to
cinema.
very loosely.
We're
Wow.
not seeing live action Tom and Jerry.
No, I'm not going to see that.
I mean,
No, I'm not seeing that.
oh, good. I was going to say, I want to watch Dune, I want to watch Black Widow, I want to watch Tenet in cinema. Maybe James Bond. I'm more of a Pierce Brosnan kind of guy, but either way, my suggestion for today, we can find alternatives to those films.
Ah, yes.
Through
And I
the
know just the place.
through the medium of fanfiction.
We're going to find alternatives to those films to satiate my thirst for James Bond and Dune and everything else.
Hey.
So, I mean, I was leading with James Bond, but honestly, I'd quite like to see all of them. So,
Well,
Oh, what? So we're gonna look through James Bond, Dune, and other random ones.
I mean,
Okay. Oh,
truth
okay.
be told, the main reason I'm happy for this new James Bond is that I know it's going to be the last Daniel Craig film, because I'm not that big on Daniel Craig as James Bond.
Okay.
I'm more of a Pierce Brosnan man.
Yeah, when the movies were sort
Okay.
of like a bit hard, but less, still a bit campy, but less campy than say Roger Moore.
Yeah, so the most recent good James Bond film that I have seen is Kingsman, and I kind of want James Bond to go back to that kind of campy style, and I'm hoping the next James Bond will be a return to that.
I really, really enjoy those old campy movies. It's like I do like Roger Moore's James Bond. One of the funniest things is that stunt that they did in The Man with the Golden Gun. You know, where they had like a car barrel rolling through the air.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
the most complicated car stunt that has ever been done on film, basically. They finally got to the moment. They ruined it by putting that fucking swanny whistle sound over the top of it. Just as the car, like, clears the road, just like...
I quite like that, to be honest, but...
I know, I thought it was excellent. It makes me laugh every time.
So I had a feeling you'd want to talk about the cars, and there's a point I wanted to make. My favourite car chase scene, it was cool at the time, it's now completely obsolete. And that was the scene in Tomorrow Never Dies, where Pierce Brosnan has a very clever phone that can control his car.
Oh, yes. BMW 750
but that was in
IL.
2000. But that was in 2002,
Jesus.
Yeah.
when having a computer in your phone that can drive the car was advanced space age technology that we'd never heard of.
Oh, yeah, that's a cracking
And I'm pretty
car
sure that's a
chase.
thing you can do now. Like, you can drive
Is
drones with
Tomorrow
your
Never
car.
Dies the one where he's against the guy with the television set?
Tomorrow Never Dies is he runs a newspaper?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
on
and he's
the
got a
news
stealth
stations.
boat.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I've seen the beginning of that.
It's a good one.
That was a good car chase. I came away from that wanting my own full-size remote control car.
Yeah. But now that technology is completely plausible, and there's nothing that weird about that scene.
James, what's your favourite... I think you've mentioned this, but what's your favourite Bond?
My favourite Bond is Pierce Brosnan.
Yes.
Coincidentally, my favourite Bond girl is also from the Brosnan era, Electra King, the first one to be a villain.
Ah, right, okay.
And, yeah.
Who's Electric? She's the octopus woman.
No, that was Octopussy.
I had a feeling. I was like, who was the...
So Electra
Are you
King...
sure she wasn't the first female villain?
Oh,
Well, she was the first one that was, like, the main villain, like, behind everything.
Oh, okay.
I don't think Octopussy was a villain.
She was the head of a massive smuggling
Oh, that was it.
operation
Yeah,
that
sorry.
hired only women.
Yeah, but she was like one of the heroes in the film, or she ended up being one of the heroes in the film, didn't she?
I think he just slept with her and fucked off.
That sounds like James
pretended
Bond.
he got killed by a crocodile and just sort of swam out.
Ah, right.
If I remember
Yeah,
correctly.
she was a jewel smuggler and wealthy businesswoman, according to Wikipedia.
Yeah, so she was doing illegal things, but like she wasn't the big bad.
Yeah, whereas Electra King wanted to nuke Istanbul.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, and she almost got away with it.
If it weren't for that meddling FBI agent.
MI6
MI5
agent.
agent.
MI6 agent.
Yeah.
Oh, that's even worse.
Oh
But-
dear.
I haven't watched James
Yeah.
Bond in a
But it was
long
really
time.
good. Like, through the whole... all the marketing implied Robert Carlyle's character was the main villain the whole way through. And then and she was like the damsel in distress, and they did a big switcheroo.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
And I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I don't watch enough James Bond. It's just ridiculous entertainment that you don't really have to think about.
Exactly. And that's why I want them to go back to that route
Yes.
after Daniel Craig.
The gritty ones were good, but they weren't Bond. They just became sort of generic action films.
When I was originally, like, pre-skimming through tags, I was curious which James Bond girl would be the most popular. Like, who is shipped most with James Bond. And it's Q. It's just Q. It's all Q.
Yes.
Of course it is.
It's
Yes.
occasionally Alec Trevelyan, who is Sean Bean's character in GoldenEye,
Yeah.
but it's mostly Q. Now, Q has been recast in the more recent films, and he's kind of young and handsome. But
Of course, that'll do it.
statistically,
That'll
like,
bloody do
on
it.
average, Q has been an old man
Yeah, I was
for
thinking.
all of the film, for the overwhelming majority of the films. So that's how I'm seeing him.
Yeah,
I
is
don't
it
know.
like Major Boothroyd Q, or is it this new one?
It'll be it doesn't specify.
Oh, God.
It's just Q.
You'll find out in the description.
That doesn't surprise me.
when it gets to some disgustingly graphic sex scene, you'll be like, oh,
It's
sassy
lemon
Dimple
party.
Dimple or something just horrible. Right. Carded his hands through his grey hair. You're like, oh, it's that one.
Like, especially... So I've got one here that it's James Bond, Q, and Alec Trevelyan. So that implies GoldenEye era.
Yeah.
Which means it has to be Desmond Llewellyn, was it who played him?
Maybe, unless there's a time machine in this
Desmond
one.
Llewellyn didn't John Cleese play Q at one point?
Yeah, John Cleese played him for 2 films.
Yeah, Desmond Llewellyn, that's him, yeah.
Yeah, so it implies it's him with Sean Bean and Pierce Brosnan.
Oh dear.
Unless Alec Trevelyan's in the Skyfall.
Let's read that one.
So it's kind of confusing, so let me just check this. So, disclosure, not actually seen Skyfall. So the fic is called Skyfall Lodge. So that implies Skyfall, which is Daniel Craig, era James Bond.
I reckon it won't actually be the spies, it'll be just sort of the characters in an AU where they're stuck in a ski lodge or something stupid. Hello, Pepper. How are you?
Been in a fight.
Fourth host is in the building. Round of applause, please, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, she's come back from a fist fight outside.
Oh dear.
She's got fur all over apart from her head where she's shaved it off in
Oh, she's a
rebellious
skinhead now.
defiance.
Oh,
dear.
Nick, you'll appreciate this. So this is... I wanted to check if maybe the character of Alec Trevelyan showed up in the modern films, like recast.
Yeah.
But he doesn't. If you go on the James Bond fandom wiki, there are 2 pictures.
Oh!
One is Sean Bean, and one is the blocky GoldenEye character.
Oh, that's
that
terrible.
rendered on the Super Nintendo?
Was it the Dreamcast?
No, it was a Nintendo console.
I can't remember what it was. I never actually played GoldenEye.
Like PS1 era graphics is the point.
Yeah.
So it's just him looking like a cube.
It's a HD Minecraft.
Yeah, it's Minecraft Sean Bean.
Yes.
So that's how I'm gonna... If we read any of these fics, I'm now gonna be imagining Daniel Craig, young handsome Q, and Minecraft Sean Bean just together having these intimate moments.
Yeah, Sean Bean from GoldenEye, the game.
Yeah. I am a block. Just really poorly rendered. Okay.
Now, before I start with this, in the world of unlikely crossovers, what do you think would be the most unlikely thing to cross over with James Bond?
Okay.
Bake Off. No.
Yeah,
it's too British.
It's too British.
It's too British. That could quite easily fit in. You can see someone like shooting a showstopper presentation cake as he sort of uses it as a shield.
Yeah, the
Has a it's lucky that sponge was overbaked. It stopped his bullets to hitting his heart. He just pulls out a cupcake or something from his lapel.
Yeah, that's it. There's like
with a bullet in it. Yeah. Fantastic.
There's one of the villains like Scaramanga sabotaging James Bond's cake by like putting a tiny explosive charge in it to sort of like blow a chunk out of it just as they're not looking.
I honestly hope we find that now.
Someone else has used as EMP to like I don't know, flambe
the EMP flambe.
Yeah, break the oven so the cake doesn't cook.
Okay.
I'd love a Bake Off sabotage.
I know, that'd be amazing.
I'm gonna look for that now in the tags, but my long shot wildcard guess is Wacky Races.
Well.
What? That has its own section in every Bond movie.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you talking
Like you wouldn't
about?
expect it, but then it just happens.
You do say that. I will just read you the summary of this fic I found, which is called "Curse You, James Bond" by Unstable Universes. And the summary is: Goldfinger has taken over London. It's up to Mater and James Bond to go back in time and undo his reign of terror.
Who?
Oh, what?
Ladies and gentlemen, I found a James Bond / Cars crossover fic.
Oh,
Cars, as in the Pixar.
Yeah, as in Disney Pixar's Cars. Mater is the sort of like hillbilly tow truck that's in it.
Oh dear.
Oh
I am
God.
sending this over now.
Yeah, you are. I need to read that.
Yeah.
So you were halfway there, James.
Nice. Goldfinger's taken over London.
Should have known it would be something to do with cars. They just sort of gravitate.
This is
towards
it.
you,
I don't
they?
find the fix, they find me.
The loud cry of Lightning McQueen rose out from the rubble as he slowly burned to death next to his ex-best friend. Curse you, James Bond!
Little bitch screams rang out everywhere. I like this already.
This is
Oh
nuts.
dear.
Inside the face of Big Ben. That truck is gonna have to go some serious flights of stairs to meet in the face of Big Ben.
Incidentally, I
Oh.
also have another fic I need to talk about before I forget. This is Great British Bake Off: The Missing Series, which is a crossover between GoldenEye and the Great British Bake Off, and ships James Bond, Q, and Alec Trevelyan.
Hey,
yeah,
we
it
found
exists.
one. That's a hat trick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there is only one crossover, and it is this one.
And Paul has a secret that comes to light.
The spies of MI6
Oh,
meet their
intrigue.
matches in Mary Berry and Paul Hollywood. Oh, so they're up against each other. This is a rivalry.
Oh my god, this looks amazing.
Yeah.
That looks fucking amazing, that.
I need to know about James Bond entering the Bake Off.
Okay, right.
So, I do worry about looking at fanfiction about Tenet, because...
Spoilers.
Some people did get to see Tenet.
Alright, okay.
Because it was open in the cinema, it was just during a risky time. So, I didn't.
Yeah, I remember seeing trailers for that. It looks about as batshit as Inception was, but more, I don't know, gritty.
So, all I know, skimming through the tags... So, there's not a lot here looking at the tags. Plus, a lot of what's here is in Russian or Chinese.
Huh.
But one thing I am seeing is the main ship for it is the protagonist and someone called Neil. Now, I've googled who Neil is. Can you guess who Neil is based on the trailers for Tenet?
No, because I don't even know anything about.
No, for some reason I was thinking of Neil from The Young Ones.
Oh, it's not Neil from The Young Ones. Neil is the character played by Robert Pattinson.
Ah, right, okay.
So, he is once again drawn in and made ship bait. But yeah, I'll read the rest of these once I've actually seen Tenet.
The things that are crossed over with James Bond in this one include, but are not limited to, Sherlock, Star Trek, and The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Okay.
It's called Meet M, aka Mummy Holmes, and Don't Forget James Bond. And the summary is, it is finally time for the future in-laws to meet, and I guess it's quite a surprise for everyone. Arthur certainly didn't expect a flirty Bond to be unleashed on him, though, and everyone is not amused.
What on earth is
I have no
going
idea
on?
what that dynamic's going to be.
Yeah, let's just send this over.
Is it like they're meeting up for Christmas dinner and all the fandoms just showed up or something?
I don't know, but it's like it specifies that their version of Hitchhiker is the 2005 movie, which of course...
I get it now.
Yeah, Arthur Dent was played by Martin Freeman, who of course, if you want somebody to play the normalist of normal people, you call Martin Freeman. And that's why he was such a good fit for Arthur Dent.
And Khan Noonien Singh was in Star Trek, in the more recent Star Trek, was played by Benedict Cumberbatch.
Ah, right, okay.
Oh yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Which, to be honest, massive step down compared to the previous Khan, who was like this massive Indian bloke who was topless the entire time, even when he was sat on the bridge. Like, his guns were visible, and to the point where people wrote in thinking, "Oh, that's a fake chest, right?" I said, "No, that's all Khan."
This is me.
And he chewed the scenery in ways that rivaled William Shatner.
Brilliant.
So one of the tags in this Dune 1 is slight choking vibes.
Slight choking vibes?
What?
Slight choking, not actual choking, just some, a little bit.
Is it slight choking or is it just the vibes of being slow choked?
Well, the tag after that is, but no actual choking. So, there was choking, but nah. But there is lots of face touching.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I don't know, if you think you're being choked and someone's, like, touching your face, in what manner are they touching your face that you feel like you're being choked?
Oh, I didn't read
actually?
far enough to find out.
I don't know, I'm just enjoying the speculation. Because tags, they tell you so much and yet so little, and it lets your mind wander, and that's what I enjoy.
Yeah. Do you want to find out?
Nah, let's leave it.
Okay, let's keep it ambiguous.
I find that interesting enough to leave by itself. I think I'd get upset if I actually found out what it was. I don't know why.
No, I see where you're coming from.
I think it's quite a long one.
This looks to be... It's like a multiverse, where everyone that Martin Freeman has played, and everyone that Benedict Cumberbatch has played, appear to be related.
Yeah.
Because Mummy is asking how Bilbo is doing.
Yeah, but sort of reading up on it, it sounds like Bilbo is maybe Arthur's son, or something like that.
That must be so weird having any relationships in that family, because you just sort of like
everybody's
everyone
just Martin
like
Freeman.
Each other. Almost exactly. Yeah, you got a whole family of Martin Freeman going on. Like, many, many normal guys in a very unnormal situation.
And they keep bringing home Benedict Cumberbatch in different forms.
Yeah, that must be so awkward. What if you accidentally got him
Yeah.
mixed up with the other one?
Oh, it's a
It'd be
series as
horrendous,
well.
wouldn't
So do they go like Sherlock, Hitchhiker's Guide, that bit part he had in The World's End?
Oh, maybe.
I'm intrigued.
So this fic it's exactly like Black Widow, the plot of Black Widow 2020, except Black Widow is a vampire,
Okay.
and so is Wanda, and they have lesbian sex.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
And Aubrey Plaza, actual Aubrey Plaza, is in this.
Right,
Oh,
okay.
okay. Was Ian Fleming a James Bond character?
Ian Fleming wrote James Bond.
I thought so. I got confused by a tag for a minute. I thought they had it written as in the James Bond's name was Ian Fleming, but I've realised, of course, it's the work and not the character because I've got everything mixed up.
Ah, right, okay.
Yeah, it'll be the books
Okay.
rather than...
So I don't know which James Bond and which Q, but I'm guessing because it says Craig movies, it's the Craig era.
Hmm.
It's about a very sad. There's one called For the Want of a Good Agent by Refan, and it's Q about Q being a workaholic virgin who has committed himself to the idea of being forever alone. That is until James Bond starts hitting on him, which I think sounds very sweet.
Yeah.
But the tags are stuff like Q, virginity, virgin Q, masturbation in the shower, loneliness, self-confidence issues, fear of rejection, first time anal sex, and rimming. So it goes, it gets quite, it revs itself up quite quickly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
sounds
By the
like it.
sounds of it. It does. I don't know why I mentioned that. There wasn't anything particularly
No, it paints a
new or
good mental
interesting.
picture.
I just thought I'd bring it back to the topic.
I appreciate that.
Okay.
I have found one. Well, in fact, the title and the summary are something else, really. But I shall just read you these out. By somebody called Dart, and the title is Bond, James Bond in Harry Potter and the Sheerest and the Dumbest of Looks. Or Alec fucking Trevelyan will not be denied.
Oh my god.
Okay. I'm listening.
So I am just going to send you this over. I should say the summary starts with wherein the author swears she didn't hit post yet, but here we are.
So, it seems that Alec Trevelyan is the favourite villain out of all the
Well,
James
yeah,
Bond
he's got
films.
history with James Bond, hasn't he?
He's got history. He's also arguably the handsomest villain.
Of course he is. He's Sean fucking Bean. I mean,
Yeah.
you know.
Also, he's got a name like Trevelyan, which is always...
Yeah,
Pretty
which is a cool
suave.
name.
Yeah.
Though he does look like he's in a Minecraft episode.
Oh yeah, that's still in your head, and now you've said that, it's in mine.
It's Minecraft Alec Trevelyan.
Oh, for God's sake.
Wherein Q isn't a petty little shit, he is the pettiest. Harry is a curious kitten. Alec fucking Trevelyan will not be denied. And James Bond knows a thing or two about being a weapon, and he knows fuck all about kids. This sounds like it's got a bit of everything.
Yeah, it does. Everything for everybody.
It sounds like he's going to have to babysit. Like, okay, Bond, your next mission is to look after the children while I go out. And he's like, oh, fuck. One thing I
That'd
can't
be fine.
do.
Like, Voldemort will come after them, and Bond will just shoot him.
What?
Yes.
Yeah,
Voldemort's
Voldemort
going to come
comes
for
out
Harry
bang.
Potter. Bond just takes out a gun, pops a cap in his ass, and they call it a day.
Yeah, I think it's quicker to hit a trigger than to say avacadabra before pointing a stick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, you
Exactly.
don't need a fucking elder one, you just need a Walther PPK. Job done.
Yeah.
I don't know, Voldemort can turn into evil Kellogg's cornflakes and shit, can't he?
What? I missed that one.
Sorry, what?
You know when he died in the film?
Harry Potter and the bowl of dubious cereal.
He just looked like cornflakes floating away in the wind. It's just black cornflakes. Black ashen cornflakes.
So, it's at this point I have to admit a secret.
Oh.
I've not actually seen the last Harry Potter films.
No, neither have I.
Oh, what the fuck? I
You're among
suppose neither of
friends.
you liked it, but I mean...
So, book reading I stopped at number 5, and films I stopped at number 6.
Ah, right. I read them all the way through, all the books, but I wasn't too bothered about the movies. Yeah, saying that, there's a lot of James Bond and M-fics.
Huh. As in Dench, or...
Really?
It's never really explained, but that's the only M I know.
Yeah, it's a various bland men who I don't know the names of, and then the Dench.
Yeah, there's that. So,
I'd assume it's Dench.
Oh, yeah.
so yeah, I don't know. I guess it will be.
I mean, I've read worse ships.
Yeah, I've read worse ships.
I hope she beats the shit out of him in this one.
Wait, it's an Alpha Omega fic, but
I'd quite
Dench is
like
the
that.
Alpha.
Just Judi Dench just knocking James Bond about like, I said take the bloody shot. What did you do? You grappled him like an octopus. Here's a tag I don't see often. Clear consent. Usually it's dubious. Usually it's dubious as fuck consent. It's nice to see clear consent written for once.
Yeah.
Faith in humanity and
Yeah,
so on.
well,
Thank you.
well,
That's
nice.
important.
Yeah, that's nice.
Okay, one of the Clifford the Big Red
Fucking
Dog
hell.
fics is a crossover with Hamilton.
I'm sorry, what?
It's a crossover with
Love
Hamilton.
of fucking God, why?
Oh dear.
Why?
The ships are Alexander
Hamilton.
Hamilton and George Washington.
Who are they shipping Clifford with?
No one. The dog is just there too. But the
Oh, thank God. What? Wait.
the tags in
So are they trying to like sort this war out and then Clifford is just there going like, we'll use him against the British?
the tags include rape, drugs, murder, cannibalism, swearing, cancer, mauling, blood, animal abuse, nuclear waste, and this is a huge joke, I swear.
Good grief.
Yeah.
Yeah, it fucking better be. What the fuck was all that? What
You
on
heard me.
earth?
They're really fucking pumping the gas here.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they're making the most out of this big red dog by the sounds of it, aren't they? It sounds like this. Is he a big red dog because of chemical waste
don't-
or like nuclear waste, and then he's
I
being
don't
sicked
know.
on people? Is that what?
I don't think
essentially is
any of this
happening?
makes sense.
But no shit,
No,
it doesn't
it's
make
it's
sense,
like
James. but we're
it's
trying
like
to
here's
decipher
chapter
some
2,
of it.
which is called Hamilton Part 1, and literally it's
Yeah.
just a line in text saying Hamilton and Jefferson were snorting cocaine together. Then George Washington came in and confessed his love for Hamilton. Hamilton made the boy sign and said, "That's some gay shit."
Yeah. That's the
Apparently.
entire chapter 2.
Okay.
Chapter 3 is Hamilton
It
Part
sounds
4.
like they're taking the mick out of every other fan fiction of Hamilton ever written.
Hamilton slapped Washington and knocked him out. They put him in an electric chair and killed him. They then proceeded to snort cocaine.
And here's Part 9. George Washington
Okay.
came back to life to rape Hamilton, but Hamilton was so high he thought George was a raccoon and cooked him like a rotisserie chicken.
Huh.
What?
Look at the comments for that section. I thought this was a dream because I couldn't find it.
Here it is. I found it. Clifford the Big Red Murderer.
Yep.
Woof woof, said Clifford the little white puppy. Shut up, said his owner, and maybe you'll get some food tonight. So Clifford shut up for the rest of the night. The next day when Clifford woke up and his owner took him to get food. When Clifford got to the nuclear waste dump, he jumped right in looking for food. The next day when Clifford woke up, he noticed he was big. Now's my chance, he thought. Before his owner woke up, Clifford violently mauled his owner and his Clifford's beautiful white fur became blood-stained forever.
So that's why he's red. It's the
Shit
blood of his
bed,
enemy.
What the? Oh.
They've made a creepypasta of Clifford the Big Red Dog.
So, dear listener, that concludes Clifford the Big Red Dog's origin story.
Right, I'm gonna have to face Asmus Fowl, aren't I?
Yep. Sorry, Jim.
Probably. Yeah, but that thing is though, they probably will have read the books, and therefore these are all gonna be.
I don't know how anyone could make that film without first reading the books, because they clearly didn't.
Yeah, a lot of them don't. They read bits of I reckon some people, like the writers and stuff, they read the Wikipedia synopsis for the book, and then they're just like, okay.
They gave him a scene where he surfs, for God's
and
sake.
then absolutely run it
Artemis
through
Fowl is an
toilet.
awkward, introverted character, and he has a surfing scene in the film.
Oh dear.
Like,
I
never
see
not
that
worn a
somehow,
suit,
but
and
okay.
he looks down on kids for wearing anything not a suit. He's a weird kid. And that's part of the appeal of his character. And, I'm not happy about that film.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I find it interesting that in books, like, characters are allowed to have quite big flaws and interesting quirks, but the moment they get onto TV, they have to be some sort of extroverted role model that looks good, that everyone wants to aspire to be, and it's just kind of gross.
I'm also not impressed that people are shipping Artemis Fowl and Butler, who is his father figure. Who is like a good
How old are they supposed to be? What are the ages?
So Artemis Fowl, I think he starts out as either 12 or 14, excuse me. And by the end of the books, he's 18. Yes.
Right. And this father figure, I'm guessing, is significant.
On the other hand, the other ship is with Holly, who is pushing 100.
Oh dear.
But she is a fairy, so it's...
Yeah, that's not great.
She looks
either,
roughly the same age.
Right. It's one of those confusing ones where they're like, oh yeah, she looks her age, and you're like, yay, but she's actually 100 years older than you, and you're like,
Good point.
Oh, different levels of maturity there by a long shot. Do you remember the war? No. I wasn't born then. Stop talking to like my Don't talk to me like my grandma.
I mean, neither does she, because she wasn't... So she lived underground for all of that time and doesn't really know human history.
So she'll be talking about her favourite rocks and stuff.
So Nick, there's one more film we have to explore that was going to come out this year.
Oh, okay.
I do, of course, refer to Top Gun 2.
Oh my god! Yeah.
Yeah, so let's look at some Top Gun fan fiction. Yeah.
To be fair, Top Gun didn't really need fan fiction written about
there's
it.
There's already a lot of shipping.
Yeah, the movie just fucking ships Tom Cruise's character with the other guy. It's been a while since I watched Top Gun.
I still haven't seen Top Gun.
Oh, it's very 80s, it's very camp. I think you'd enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
And the soundtracks... there's all the sort of macho bullshit, like...
So...
Tom Cruise's character's called Maverick, and the one he loves is called Maverick. Goose, and, that sort of stuff, so...
I've seen the Naked Gun.
Because all the shipping is between Maverick and Iceman.
Yeah, that's the one. Maverick and Iceman, yeah.
I'm looking at Top Gun. It's Maverick, Iceman. All the way. Maverick forgets they're dating.
Alright.
Gay sex, shower sex, fighter pilots, sexual politics, PTSD, etc. Yeah, what is sexual politics? That's a tag.
What's sexual politics?
There are 84 works in sexual politics.
Is that one tag, or is it two separate tags? What the fuck? Is it just episodes of Suits or something where it's not actually to do with politics or anything or legal shit? It's just
one
drama.
of the fics in the sexual politics tag is set in the Silmarillion, so it can't be.
The what?
Oh, the Silmarillion is it's a spin-off to Lord of the Rings, kind of.
Yeah, he didn't finish it though, did he? Before he died.
I don't know. Probably not. There's a Panic in the Disco one with sexual politics.
Okay.
Sure.
So just send that.
There's a Rise of the Guardians one with sexual politics.
Heart.
Yeah, good point. Ooh, There's a Kingsman Bridget Jones's Diary crossover here.
Because they're the same thing.
Yeah.
It's because Colin.
Colin Firth's in them both. And
see, it'll end up that like the reason why he's always out on these business meetings is because he's secretly saving the world.
so it sets
and
up...
Bridget doesn't understand why the fuck he's so cagey about his job.
Oh, okay.
I'm calling it now.
Maybe there's you can draw more parallels than sort of first meets the eye.
No, wait, I've got an
So
idea.
they've done it slightly differently.
She's always writing in her diary all the dumb shit he gets up to, or like all the clues and whatever, and her mate happens to be his enemy. And she's reading her diary going, and then Colin's just wondering, how the fuck do these people keep finding me? Bridget's diary keeps getting hacked.
I mean, I was thinking, but would
or
really...
like she converted it to a blog and all the villains are just reading up on Colin.
So one thing I was thinking is, what would really escalate the Kingsman films is if Hugh Grant shows up as a villain at some point, so they can have like a showdown.
Oh,
as the
yeah.
true rivals.
And they both fight over the love of Elton John.
Yeah, something like that. But what happens in this fic...
They have like a little bitch fight in an alleyway with some bins.
Yeah.
Excellent.
But no, what actually happens in this fic is there are two Colin Firths, or two Harry Harts. Or at least one's a lookalike. I assume one is... Oh yeah, it's his twin brother is the character from Bridget Jones.
Okay.
And then they both bang Eggsy.
Alright, okay.
Like, it's a crossover with Bridget Jones, but she's not involved. Like, it's...
What?
It's Harry Hart and Mark Darcy both bang Eggsy.
Okay.
So this is called...
Gently I'm going to suggest that I think someone had a little dream and they thought, yes, this sounds like something people would enjoy, and then they thought, we've got to try and attempt some plot around how this would
And
happen.
their dream was Colin Firth. Two Colin Firths and one Eggsy.
Yeah, that's essentially what happened.
Nice. That's fair.
You know what? I approve.
Yeah, I'm not even mad. That's good.
Oh dear.
So, we're going to take some usual drill. We're going to take some fics home. Next episode, we're going to read some stuff about the films that we didn't get to see. And hopefully they'll be better than the actual films when they come out. Who knows?
Well,
we'll find out in future.
With some of them, that's kind of a given, I think.
Yeah, I mean, all of the Top Gun ones we saw sound better to me.
I don't know. You haven't seen the original Top Gun, to be fair.
Well, yeah. That's true. We'll find out either way. So, thank you for listening. Were there any films you missed out on this year that you wanted us to find fanfiction on? If so, tell us. I don't know. I never know how to end these episodes. I should really work on that. Do you guys have anything to say before we...
I don't know.
Here endeth the lesson. Good night.
Here endeth the...
Oh my God.
What have we learned today, everyone? Nick, what did you learn today?
Oh my God.
I've learned that I really want to read a James Bond / Cars crossover.
Yeah? Grace, what did you learn today?
Slightly unrelated, but the guy from Art Attack left and pursued a career in heavy metal.
Did you learn that today, though? Did you learn that in this show, or are you just pulling out facts?
Did he?
I'm pulling out facts, because I didn't actually learn anything
Grace,
in this show.
you
Yes,
must have
he
learned
did.
something.
Hang on, fucking Neil Buchanan.
Hold on, no, Nick, we're not letting her get away with this. You learned that sexual politics doesn't involve MPs.
Neil Buchanan is like heavy metal.
I've just learned
singer.
that in this episode. That's something
Okay,
I've learned in this
fine.
episode.
Thanks, Grace. Now
That's
we've
the
learned
best thing
this.
we've learned in this episode. You're welcome, and it was nothing to do with fanfiction.
Fine. I have to concede I'm going to go and try and find Neil Buchanan's music now.
Yes.
So, yeah, I'm out. Good night. See you next week, folks.
Bye.
Bye.
Stop.